Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to install the Windows version of the Cricut Creative Software on Linux. Now, the problem I have here is if it was up to me, I would not have bought this one. My mom bought this one a few years back, and so it's been in the family for a while. Because we already have it, we're going to use it. But if you're a Linux user and you want a good quality plotter, this is probably not the best one to get because it does require that online account. And after the online service disappears, I don't know if we'll be able to use it anymore. The entire thing talks through the proprietary app over Bluetooth. So, not exactly a future-proof system. It is a few years old and they are still supporting it, but again, I don't know how long it's going to last. Okay, so first thing we need to do, obviously, is go to my website where I have this entire tutorial written out in a blog post. And I'm actually going to be using this because I'm kind of lazy. Actually, let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. So first thing we want to do is we want to go to Wine Get and get the newest build of Wine for your operating system. If you're using something like Arch, there's a very good chance you have the freshest package of Wine, but I'm using Debian, so I basically followed the Debian instructions of how to get it installed, and now I have the newest build of Wine, which I think is, oh, I don't know, 10 something something. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. After you have that set up, and of course, the first thing you want to do is wine config. You run wine config just because that lets it, map your drives, make sure everything's working, things like that. And then you save what you got going on. And now you can just run the program like regular. So now as we have that installed, we want to go to the Design Space download page. Now, yeah, so the Cricut software is proprietary. You can go here and you select the piece of hardware you're running. In my example, we have the first gen Cricut. That's how old it is. But as you see, Design Space for Mac. I'm not running a Mac. I don't know what corner they cut, but it looks like it's either looking for the Windows version or the Mac version. And if it doesn't see Windows, it just assumes Mac, which is really dumb and kind of lazy. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come here to one of my favorite user agent switchers. Click on that. And right away, the first thing it does is show you the Windows 10 build of Firefox. Apply this tab. And then if you refresh this tab, and then once again select your model, there we go, Design Space for Windows. We had to add that plugin and do that extra step just because they're that lazy. All right, so here we go. We're going to go download, and I'm going to stop the download before it kicks in because, as you can see, I already downloaded it. So obviously you want to run wine and install it. Now I've already done that, and so it's already installed. So we need to find out where it installed it. You can use the where and the command line for it. So we'll do where Cricut, and it shows us where it's programmed. Design Space. So what we need to do now is we actually have to open it up in two separate terminals. Because what's happening, well, I'll show you what happens by default. By default, if we do wine and Design Space, it's going to load up. And what it wants to do is it wants me to sign in. So it's going to launch the browser. Now, what this is doing is it's sending to the system a generic, here's a URL. And then it's expecting the browser to be able to send the message back. But the problem is Wine is in a different user space than the browser. So even though it can send out a generic to the system, go to this URL, the web browser cannot see the CreateSpace application. So we have to get a little crafty. So in here, it shows what I did here, the first terminal, run that. And then the second terminal, we run it again, but we add this URI sequence. So if we come here, ID, there it is, Cricut code. I'm just going to copy this whole thing, open up a text editor, and do I see the word code? Ah, there's the word code right there. So we want everything before code. We're going to copy that and get that out of the way. And if we look at this, it's Cricut equal, yeah. So we need this first. with a question mark. I'm going to come here. I'm going to make a new terminal window. Type the first half of that in. Copy the code from my text manager. There we go. And once we do that, we hit enter. It handshakes. Everyone's happy. And it logs us in. The good news is you only have to do that when you first log in. You're going to stay logged in when you close and relaunch the program. So once it's done, it's done. You don't have to worry about it. I can close these out and I can go Cricut and then I will be logged back in. There we are. At that point, honestly, the thing that's frustrating is for the most part, this is a web app. So I don't know why they don't just make a native build. It's the kind of thing I think they could probably figure out and make like a flat pack or something. But I digress. Here it is. It works. You can access your designs, all the other things like that. And it's cool. It's good stuff. Hopefully this tutorial gets you through the process of getting it all set up and running. And I hope the tutorial helps. Once again, you can access the text version of this tutorial. The one I use is a cheat sheet to make the video in the link down below.